Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the RTD Fantasy Podcast. Hope you all did well in Week 14, first week of fantasy playoffs for most leagues. Hope you're all doing well. I think we should probably preface by saying rest in peace to Butt Cheeks. It was a good run, man. Rattled off 6 in a row and make the playoffs. But Jonathan Taylor said, psych.
That's what happens when you get too hot. Win 6 in a row, it's tough. I would have to win
You would have
9 in
rattled.
a row to win it all.
Yeah.
Would have had to win 9 straight.
That would have been
it's tough for anybody.
That would have been remarkable.
I made the mistake of not starting Washington defense. Chase Young has a day and a half.
Yeah.
The rest is history. But
would have thunk.
There's always next year. And now I'm out of the money, but I could always make it the hard way.
I mean, you're only paying 62 because you got the 3 high weeks. So
yeah, I mean, completely different story if I have a healthy team from the get-go. But just,
yeah.
It's easy.
But either way, it was a great run. This is the Week 14 recap. We'll just go through, rattle off what we thought, go through the scores. We'll start with Saints-Eagles. I said coming in that this was a trap game, and the Saints just fell right into it. Jalen Hurts making his first career start. Goes off for 106 on the ground. He looks good, man. I mean, it is only his first start, but Philly's got to like what they see, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the dude, what did he have on the ground? Over 100?
106, and then Sanders had 115 and 2 on the ground, 2 touchdowns, which is weird because the Saints, they had a crazy streak of not allowing a 100-yard rusher in however many games, and they allowed 2 in this one. So
yeah, I'm really surprised because the Saints front line is just ridiculous. I mean, they had to be leading a lot of stats, sack stats, pressure, stuff like that. So
yeah, they were overall defense.
For Jalen to come in and just kind of hand it to him is really surprising. You're right. You did say it. It was going to be a trap game, and I fell right into the trap. I was like, "There's no way. There's no way." But Jalen came out and showed out. So good for him. I mean, we say that a lot of these first-time QBs come in, they catch lightning in a bottle, and this is just another one of those situations, I guess. But hopefully, I hope the best for him. I hope he continues playing well because could make a big difference for this Philadelphia team.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people, when they took Hurts, they really questioned the decision. Obviously they gave Wentz the big contract. But, I mean, I've been saying all year with the way Wentz has struggled, you might as well just throw Hurts in, at least see what you have. I mean, you spent that draft pick on him, and, he came out and performed well. But, yeah, I mean, the Saints, for them, they lost the game, in the trenches. I mean, they got whipped up at the line, and, that just paved the way for Philly to dominate. But from a fantasy standpoint, not all things were lost. I mean, Kamara had 11 for 50 and a touchdown on the ground. Thomas had a good game, 8 for 84. Didn't find the end zone, but productive day. Hill described him as his safety blanket. So,
yeah, I mean, a lot of good takeaways from a lot of fantasy owners. If you're fighting for making finals or you're in finals this week, I don't know how everybody is a different type of playoff, so depends on what your situation is. But a little, support of playing Sanders. He could be an RB2 now if he keeps it going like this. So good news there. But the Saints still did their thing, kind of, even though they took the L. Fantasy-wise, Michael Thomas, good day. Kamara, good day. Had a tutty on the ground, 44 through the air, 50 on the ground. So can't really complain fantasy-wise out of this game. It just sucks if you bet thinking Saints fell right into the trap. That's the only other takeaway from this game, really.
I'm sure the Saints blew up a lot of parlays.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sanders is interesting because, past 3 games, 66 yards on the ground, 15 and 31, and then he blows up for 115 here. He has Arizona in Week 15, but we'll get to that in the preview. But, yeah, I mean, really good days. He is a talented back. The O-line just has to get the holes for him, and they were able to against the Saints. So,
yes, sir.
I'm sure he won some weeks. Texans Bears, absolute blowout. Texans didn't even bother showing up. I know we had the Texans in our parlay. It was just disappointing to see.
I mean, I said it even before I put the bet in. I was like, I really am, subconscious about this Texans team.
It was always questionable going in, but
I mean, Vegas liked them. I was like, they looked really good last week, even though they didn't finish it out. And then they came in on Sunday and just completely shit the bed. Let me pull up this game.
yeah, that defense is scary, man. They got Indy next week. I'm playing Jonathan Taylor. I'm just not looking forward to it.
Yeah, it was also surprised because I really don't think Chicago's that good of a team, but they pressured the shit out of Deshaun.
Their defense is really talented. It's just their offense that's like super inconsistent. But I mean, Trubisky, he's come in and he's kind of brought some stability, which is good to see. I mean, Montgomery's clearly benefiting, 113 on the ground and a touchdown. I know we've said it before on the show. Montgomery's he's another talented back. He just needs the blocking, and he's get it.
They're starting to figure out their line there. I mean, you could see it even. I think Trubisky just opens things up. I said it a couple weeks ago. If they play Trubisky, he's just that much more. Even he's not that much of a mobile quarterback, but he's that much more of a mobile quarterback compared to Foles. So it opens things up for Montgomery and changes up defenses a little bit more. So if they can keep finding holes for Montgomery, he has potential to be a really solid running back. So these last two games were pretty big for him. If you just had him in your back pocket, I mean, right now if they keep running on this, then throw him in there. I mean, he could be a flex. He could be an RB2 at this point. If he keeps rolling, it could be a really good play. So,
no doubt. And shout out Allen Robinson too. I mean, he's been balling out lately since Trubisky took over. Goes 9 for 123 and a touchdown, 27 points. And then he has Minnesota and Jacksonville to finish out fantasy playoffs. So I mean, he's an easy lock-in wide receiver 1 for me.
I mean,
super underrated too. Great receiver.
He's had a couple setbacks, but I think Chicago might be finding their footing again, and to close out the year, it could be big. I mean, they're sitting right at, what are they, 6 and?
Yeah, they're 6 and 7. I mean, they win out, they go 9 and 7, maybe sneak in a wild card. You never know.
And they have a good schedule for it, so you can expect a lot of big things from this offense. So
yeah,
a lot of potential, but are they going to be consistent?
And then Houston, obviously not much doing just due to the way the game played out. I mean, Watson took care of the ball. He had 1 touchdown. Surprised Kiki Kuti didn't get more involved after blowing up against Indy in Week 14. He did catch a touchdown, salvage his day, but really
that offense was just hurting, man. No Fuller. And then Cooks, no Cooks.
Cooks was out this game, yeah.
So
Chad Hansen stepped in, went 7 for 56, filling in for Cooks, but not much else for Huey.
For sure.
Cowboys Bengals. Dalton returns to Cincy, gets the dub, 30-7. Pretty straightforward for Dallas. They go in, they take care of business, like they should have.
This is the game that I just wish I took all the money that I was bet the last week, and just put it on this game, because I think it was still like a reasonable price. I think they're like minus 150 or something.
Yeah,
like this was always a lock. Come on. But
these are spiraling.
But the Cowboys came and showed out. Andy Dalton did his thing. Had a couple throwing touchdowns. Cooper looked really good. He seems to be a favorite target the last 2 weeks of Dalton. So
yeah, Dalton's really latched on to Cooper. Looks like they won this game on the ground too. I mean, Dalton only put it up 23 times, and they split carries between Zeke and Pollard. I'm really low on Zeke now, because I mean Pollard, he's a kickoff returner.
Isn't he like returning the ball too?
Yeah, he's a kickoff returner. He's I mean, he's just doing everything. He looks more explosive than Zeke, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, at the moment. So, I mean, Zeke is a shake. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, you take it for what it's worth. Zeke's obviously a stud. He's always been a superstar in the league from day one, but he just hasn't been living up to expectations. He's typically an RB1 every year, but this year the
yeah,
situation sucks for
he
him.
was early in the year, and then Dak went down, and then that kind of just
You
messed
expect
everything
him,
up.
yeah, you expect him to carry a little bit more of the weight, and now that Pollard's looking like a stud, they're splitting carries. It's like, what's going on?
Yeah,
So obviously his Zeke's stock has plummeted quite a bit.
dramatically. AJ Green, nice day, 6 for 62 and a touchdown. T Higgins 5 for 49, decent day. Tyler Boyd 5 for 43. Spread the ball around. Brandon Allen. He did get knocked. He got hurt toward the end of the game, but I think he ended up being all right. I think it was like a minor knee thing, but
Yeah, I mean, this was a blowout,
yes, sir.
30-7.
Chiefs Dolphins. They edge out the Dolphins 33-27. They were up. What were they up? 33-10.
Yeah,
And then
they're. I mean,
Dolphins turned it up
well,
in late
the
in the game.
beginning of the game it was like super sketchy.
Yeah, I mean, the Dolphins are good out to start, and then um, obviously the Chiefs, they get that punt return touchdown, the huge touchdown to Tyreek, which is a given every week. Um, that's the thing with the Chiefs. I mean, you could have them on the ropes, and then they just have that big playability where they can just
It's
hurt you
like
in a flash.
snap of the fingers. It's what the hell just happened?
But I mean, Tua did all right with Mahomes. I mean, Tua put up 316, 2 touchdowns to Mahomes 393. Mahomes did throw 3 picks. Dolphins are great at taking away the ball.
Yeah.
Did that here? They just fell a little bit short.
No, I think the thing with the Dolphins is, I mean, obviously it sucks. Like, it's really hard to contain this Kansas City team, but Tua played really well. He put up 316 yards and probably should have had more. He legit only has Devontae Parker to work with. Like the only
And Parker got
he
on
has
it.
weapons, but trustworthy that are going to catch the ball. The amount of drop passes, like I have to go through this.
I
7
mean,
targeted 9, 5 targeted 6, 5 targeted 9, 3 targeted 5, 2. Like the amount of drop passes is just
yeah, there were a few key drops for Miami in this one. I mean, it's gonna be a problem going forward because I mean, Gesicki looked like he got hurt, pretty bad.
yep.
Parker's dealing with a hamstring now, so things are gonna get harder for Miami as they go down the stretch here.
Yeah, I mean, there's good takeaways, there's bad takeaways. Obviously, Gesicki comes out and does his thing. I think we've been touting him this whole year. He's an athletic freak.
Yeah, he's
Um,
a beast.
huge playmaker for Miami, especially with this receiving core. It just gives Tua a little bit more of an outlet. So hopefully he's healthy. Jersey born and raised, so hopefully he's good.
Maybe.
But
Yeah, the one tutty catch he had was sick.
yeah, he
Just
was a
crazy.
beast.
So hopefully he's all good. And then Travis Kelce, you know, does his thing, 136 touchdown. Leading the league in receiving yards as a tight end. They said that'd be the first time that's ever happened, which would just be remarkable. I hope he pulls it off. Love me some Kels. Allaire, 5 for 59, salvages his day through the air. I think, yeah, that averages out to like 14, 15 points. It's like decent RB2 numbers.
Yeah.
Hardman with the special teams touchdown. Little punt return.
So let's see. Kelsey, I mean, obviously had a day. He had a tutty. Tyreek Hill had a tutty, and then Hardman had a special teams tutty.
Punt return, yeah.
So I mean, we talk about it. It's like the weapons that Mahomes has. He could go to whoever he wants. If you want, even if you wanted to fire at Sammy Watkins, he could. Because low key, Sammy Watkins up the middle has been one of his favorite passes all year, and he's been open. So it's like anybody on this offense can just explode. But it's just who can stop Travis Kelce? Who could keep up with Tyreek Hill at this point?
Yeah. I mean, Hill's stat line, 379. And the touchdown, I mean, that big catch is really all he did, but
Yeah.
that's what he gives you. He could give you 270, or he could give you 70 and a touchdown.
Yeah.
So
No, you're gonna get your fantasy points from these guys every week. So fire them up. Put them in. They'll put your team in a Gucci bag and carry you to a victory. That's for sure.
Put you in a Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton.
I'm
The
telling you,
silver
Kelsey
top,
tried. He tried.
but
He said, "Hop in."
worth noting, despite the NFL's COVID protocols banning groups of more than 3 players from gathering outside of the club facility where team travel, at least 6 Texans players attended a grand opening for Deshaun Watson's new restaurant franchise on Tuesday. So, just
Did
saying.
you did you really just make that a known thing? The
What?
Texans.
What?
Who you gonna play on the Texans other than Deshaun
Deshaun
Watson?
Watson? Yeah, I mean, dude, if Watson
Yeah,
can't play, I'm
I think I think Deshaun might fight Roger Goodell before they sit his ass.
I saw something. They were like, I guess like a reporter asked him about maybe like sitting out since they're out of the playoffs, and he was like, "Hell no,
No, he's gonna get his. Come on, he's got to set records.
I'm not sitting."
You crazy?
Cardinals Giants. Expected a little more from the Giants. They came out pretty flat. Um, Daniel Jones nursing that hamstring on. I don't think he even should have started this game, if I'm going to be honest. But that's why I'm not a coach.
I agree. I mean, don't fix what ain't broke. Colt McCoy, the vet, comes in, gets a dub, looks like a stud.
He looked good.
Huge game, huge game. I mean, you're just gonna throw Daniel Jones back into the fire, hoping that he's all well rested, good to go, and just
Never a good
doesn't.
idea. Kyler looks like he's slowly recovering from that shoulder thing. Played pretty well. Had 47 rushing, 244 through the air with a touchdown. Kenny Drake looked really good. 23-80 touchdown. D Hop 9-136. Back to his old. Back on his.
That's just standard. That's what you expect.
Well, there was a few low weeks. People were getting scared, but I mean, it's one of the best receivers in the league. You can't.
It's weird because it's not his fault.
He's not
Kyler had a couple. It's like
yeah.
you need.
True.
See, that's the thing. Like I say the same thing with the running backs. Like you need a good offensive line to have a good running back.
Mm-hmm.
You need a good quarterback to have a good receiver. I mean, the receiver can't throw the ball himself. And Kyler just had a couple rough goes and finally, figure it out. It is, and it's a good Giants D. I started him this week. I was like, Kyler hasn't looked good as of late, so this could be a couple like double-digit points here, and Kyler showed out. Hopkins put the team on his back, 136, 9 receptions. No tutties, but still gets it done. So
yeah, I mean that's like 21, 22 points in PPR.
Yeah,
that's what you want. That's what you need. That's what you got. And then the Giants obviously 1 touchdown from Deion Lewis, and then that was about it.
Snaked it from
the
Gallman.
Cardinals ran like 80 plays. The Giants ran like 49. It was just like Giants.
Typical G-men fashion.
Giants just couldn't hold on to the ball.
They're leading. They have a shot to win the division, and they're like, nah, we don't want it. We don't want that. We want to get it the hard way.
We don't want that pressure. Too much pressure.
We want to get it the hard way.
Minnesota, Tampa. Dan Bailey lost him the game. If he knew how to make field goals, they would have won. I don't know, dude. I'm surprised that dude's still on the team. There's no way they could let him keep kicking.
After the last 2 performances from Dan Bailey, I will never. I mean, I didn't bet on him this week, but I will never bet on the Vikings as long as he's their kicker.
No
shot.
You just can't. You can't trust them.
And they look good. Like the Vikings look good, man.
As long as Dalvin's there, they're always going to have a shot. They're going to give him, as much as he can handle. Put up 19 points in this one. That's pretty good. Maybe a little low for his standards, but yeah, I mean they go as Dalvin goes. Not much doing receiving for them. Irv Smith had 63 with a touchdown, but Thielen 3 catches, Jefferson 4.
Yeah, I mean if you want to win, Thielen has to probably have like 6 to 8 catches with a probably a touchdown. Or him or Justin Jefferson have to get in the end zone for them to.
Yeah, I mean, for them, it's like Kirk has to be on, Dalvin has to be good, and then, one of Thielen or Jefferson.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, their defense, too, has to play well.
Yeah.
So. But, I mean, the Bucs coming off the bye, they come in with a game plan. They took some pressure off Brady. He only put it up 23 times. He's not putting it up like 40 to 45 times. Obviously that hurt Evans and Godwin, AB. But it's tough because at this point of the year, teams are looking to win. They're looking to win football games. They're not looking to win fantasy matchups.
Yeah.
Which makes it tough. Rojo, decent day, 81 touchdown. He did have he had like a procedure or something on his pinky finger or something like that. He broke it. So I guess he's doubtful for this weekend. But
I also saw that he's on, it might have been him, on the COVID list.
He's on COVID, yeah, too. Yep.
Yeah.
Damn, that sucks, man. You have surgery and then they're like, oh, you got COVID. Like, shit.
He got it from surgery.
Kick me while I'm down, why don't you?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of receivers bailed out Brady too. I mean, Scotty Lewis had that big touchdown reception. Mike Evans, 3 receptions for 56. But I still think the Vikings should have won this game.
Yeah, I agree. But it is what it is. Drew Lock, career high 4 touchdowns. Broncos win 32-27. I know Liam was happy about that.
I mean, I should have listened to you.
In my parlay, shout out to me, even though my parlay didn't hit.
I should have listened to you instead of taking the freaking.
We should, dude. We should have never.
Texans, man.
It's in the past.
It's always next week.
That's right. It's always tomorrow.
I'm not going to talk about Drew Lock. Congrats, he had 4 tutties.
No picks. Took care of the ball. Good for you, buddy.
But he did get body slammed.
He did get body slammed.
And I enjoyed watching every second of it.
Is this stat line right? KJ Hamler, 286, 2 touchdowns, 43 average.
Where the hell does that come from? Like,
wait, he caught 2 long touchdowns? I don't even remember that.
Dude, he literally came out of nowhere. He caught the first one. I was like, shit. And then, like, I think they were relatively close to the second, like, back-to-back maybe. I don't know what it was, but, like, coming out of nowhere.
Yeah.
F. Jerry Jeudy. You're not the rook. I'm the rook on this team, baby.
That's wild.
That was his thing.
I had KJ Hamler earlier this year for, like, a day, and then I dropped him. Should have held on to him. No, I was on a bye anyway.
Yeah, I mean, random. Well, what do you expect though? Like, it's gonna be random guys that carry this Broncos team. Obviously, like,
yeah,
they don't really have a standout. I mean, you expect Jeudy, but he hasn't had that great of a. He's a rook, so it
was Cortland Sutton, but he went down ACL early, so. And then Carolina, Mike Davis, 2 touchdowns. Still filling in for McCaffrey. He's also unlikely for this weekend for the Saturday game. So Mike Davis will continue. RB1 in Carolina. Robbie Anderson, nice day, 8 for 84. Curtis Samuel getting back involved, 7 for 68. Good to see him back. But, Panthers fall just short. I keep saying, though, I mean, they have a lot of good pieces. They have their quarterback now. They have their star running back. I think they'll make some noise next year for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
for sure.
We've said it for a couple weeks now. They just got to close out games.
Yep. Titans, Jags, Derrick Henry. I think he was the leading fantasy scorer for all of Week 14, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see.
215? What?
Dude ran over the Jags, bro. Straight up.
Huh? What?
Got a shout out from Barry Sanders, the legend.
What? I didn't even realize that. I know he had a good day. I didn't realize he had 215 yards. Holy crap.
2 touchdowns, 36 fantasy points. Definitely won some people their weeks. their matchups. That's just nutty. And I said it early. I said it. What was it, like a week or two ago? Looking at his playoff schedule, he's going to be the guy. Some really soft matchups, and he took advantage here. Tannehill added 2 through the air. AJ Brown, sick one-handed catch. Dude's a stud.
Catch of the year potentially.
He gets a minus though for wearing a Julio jersey pregame. That was just stupid.
Oh my god, just like
what? I mean,
I love Julio, but he's
just kiss his ass a little more, dude.
You're going
your
up against the guy in the
I
league.
get like looking up to people and stuff, but like
not pregame warm-ups. Come on, he's still in the league. He's still in the league.
That's true. It'd be one thing if he was retired, but I mean, he's in the league. Like, calm down, bro.
Yeah, like come on.
Led the Titans in targets by a long shot with 9 to the next Jeff Swaim at 3.
That's crazy.
Turns out into 112 yards and a tutty. The Jags, they switched from Glennon to Minshew midway through, and then Minshew starting again. So DJ Chark, the quarterback carousel continues. I've said it before, it's just disappointing as a Chark owner after such a good year last year, and then just, a lot of things went wrong this year for him. And then James Robinson fell victim to game script here, only 12 carries. But obviously he's still the bell cow for the Jags. And I know there were a few rumbles about him too, maybe sitting, like maybe resting him so that like he doesn't get hurt and stuff. But there's still a few records I think that he's chasing. So the Jags, they should keep him in and let him try and achieve those.
Yeah, I mean, we've been touting him all year too. So we keep recurring theme.
Undrafted free agent comes in. He's gonna get a payday.
Beast.
In the future. He's gonna be a key part of that Jags rebuild. Keelan Cole, nice day, 767 touchdown.
Not much else really. I mean,
yeah,
spread the ball around for sure for Jacksonville. Everybody got a touch.
yeah, for real. You get a touch and you get a touch.
Freaking Oprah out here.
I wish, bro. I want free shit. Colts Raiders 44-27. Game that Liam doesn't want to talk about, but we have to. We have to do it.
Yeah, I mean, rookie performance of the year, rookie performance of the week. Offensively. Against me.
Yeah, it's rough to see. Yeah, I mean, you were in it and then he ripped off that 62-yarder, and that was just a backbreaker.
It just sucks because I was like, as long as Taylor doesn't run for 40-yard touchdown right now. Oh, how about a 61-yarder?
Oh, he rips it off. 150 total on the ground, 2 touchdowns. Nyheim Hines with his 7 carries, 58 yards. It's pretty efficient.
For sure.
Phillip Rivers, good day, took care of the ball. The resurgence of T.Y. Hilton continues. Back from the dead. Wasn't doing anything all year. Now he's got like 4 touchdowns. Past 2 games or something. Like 3 or 4 touchdowns the past 2 games.
3, 4.
He was available in a lot of leagues. I can't imagine he is now. Yeah, he's rostered in 73.8% of leagues, so he might still be available. But he's up 26.8%. It's a huge jump. People are just rushing to pick him up. And another good matchup with Houston, so it could continue.
Yeah, I mean, it's just weird. You don't really know what you're going to get out of Phillip Rivers, but he's been latching on to T.Y. Pittman had a little spurt and kind of taken a backseat, obviously, to T.Y. I mean, he still had 42, but he only caught 2 balls, so he was targeted 5 times, only caught twice. Caught it twice. So still potential with Pittman. I like him a lot. He being a rookie, comes in, spreads out the offense a little bit for Taylor, a little more threat out wide for Rivers and open things up. So he's a viable flex option too
Yeah, I would agree.
if you're in a deep league.
Yeah, and then for the Raiders, Jacobs, his struggles continue. Just 13 carries, 49 yards. Aguilar eclipsed 100 yards, added 5 catches and a touchdown. Continues to be one of Carr's favorite targets. Waller, 10 targets, 7 catches, 75 yards. A little bit weak from the huge week he had in, was it week 13?
Yeah, I mean, you can't complain though. 7 for 75, take that every day of the week.
Oh, yeah, especially from the tight end, tight end spot.
For sure.
No doubt about that.
Never betting on the Raiders again.
Nope, Vikings and Raiders, you're out. Voted off the island.
Take the props on them.
Sayonara. Take the prop bet. How many touchdowns are they going to give up?
I think it's just funny because like I hype them up. I'm like, oh, this is a tough Raiders team.
Yeah, dude, I don't know, man. They looked good, and now they're just, I mean, they're full.
I was loving them for a hot second.
Me too. But,
That's funny.
Jets go up to Seattle, get their asses handed to them 40-3.
They shouldn't even have. They were like low-key in the game for the first 2 quarters. Well, the first quarter and a half, but they would have been in it for the first half if they made a damn field goal.
Why did that guy miss kicks too?
He missed like 2 or 3.
Yeah, he missed 3. He only went 1 for 4. Castillo, you bum. I mean, they still would have got blown out anyway. But
yeah, but it would have been incentive for Russell Wilson to stay in the game and him to get over 300 yards passing.
Oh, true.
Because I'm an idiot and like just ripped a stupid.
That's when you know it's bad. Really spread the ball around though. DK with a tutty, Disley with a tutty, Freddie Swain touchdown, David Moore touchdown, Chris Carson touchdown on the ground. DK a sick toe drag catch, went up and played cameraman. Apparently it was his birthday. That little piece of paper he had, it said "Happy Birthday DK" on it.
East.
Really nice. Where do you even get that from?
Probably had it like pre-made.
Probably.
It was like, if I score a touchdown here, give me this piece of paper.
Give me this laminated piece.
He knew he was scoring on the Jets, so it was like.
Oh, it was always a lock.
Yeah, if I knew it was his birthday, I would have ripped $1 million on him scoring a touchdown against the Jets.
Yeah, honestly. Cakewalk for Seattle. They go to 9-4. They stay right in the mix in the NFC. Packers Lions. This was actually an interesting game. Divisional. I feel like those games are always kind of weird. The Lions were in it till the end, but Rodgers and the Pack hang on, as they should have.
They pulled away and then just like let them right back in the game. It was a little sketchy there for a hot second.
Yep.
But
they take over the 1 seed in the NFC due to the Saints' loss. They have the tiebreaker. So for now, the Packers hold the number 1 seed, which is very important, especially this year. Only one team gets the bye in the playoffs. That's what everyone chases.
But the Green Bay offense is just sick.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Another sick offense.
I saw someone on ESPN. They were debating like the buys and stuff, and they were saying how like I forget who it was, but he was like, yeah, I think they should do away with like 1 or 2 teams getting a bye, and like everyone should get a week off, and then like everyone plays again. It's like, I don't know. I feel like you should be rewarded though if you have a good regular season, like you should get a bye. Yeah. And then like everyone else, it's like, well, I mean, like the Saints could sit back and say, oh, well, like we should get a bye too, but then well, like you should have beat the Packers and you would have the tiebreaker.
I agree.
You gotta win your games.
Yeah, there's incentive to winning games in regular season.
And even still, like I mean, the bye is important, but I mean, you could rattle off wins, especially in the playoffs if you could get hot.
Yeah.
Where I mean, there's teams who haven't had the bye who've won the Super Bowl before, so.
Yeah, I mean, it makes a difference by the time of the day. It's playoffs. Everybody's going to come to play whether they had the week off or not. So
exactly. But yeah, I mean, Tay Adams, 7-115 touchdown. Easily, I mean, top 3 fantasy receiver this year. He's just so consistent. Obviously, Rodgers loves him. One of his go-to targets. Aaron Jones, 69 on the ground. Rodgers, the 3 touchdowns. And I mean, like you said, the Packers offense just on another level. They're so dynamic.
They got options.
Yeah, I mean, you could get guys like Tanyan involved, Valdez-Scantling. It is beneficial. It was good to see Swift kind of reclaim his role as the RB1. They didn't really go back to a committee. Swift, 7 carries, added 4 catches. Got most of the work, which is good on his return. Added the touchdown.
Yeah, it's good.
TJ Hawkinson receiving touchdown.
Yeah, it's good.
And then that was about it.
It's
don't
good.
be jealous.
Good.
Don't be jealous, bro.
Yeah.
I could easily.
AP could have had a big day, but it's good. It's all right. It's all right.
AP.
I should have. You got more points than Patterson's fucking 2.
Oh, by how much?
1.3. Would have not won me anyway.
Oh man.
I'm salty, but Amendola coming alive, 6 for 66.
It's all right. There's always fantasy hockey, bro.
Oh, I'm gonna win that.
You got the secret team, secret 11th team.
Just gotta come in and win last second.
Falcons Chargers. Chargers win on a last second Badgley field goal. The ending to this was kind of crazy because they traded like 3 picks. Like they were just giving the ball back to each other in like the final 2 minutes. Chargers end up with it last. They win the game. But Calvin Ridley, huge day with Julio out, 124 touchdown, 8 catches. And Russell Gage, 5 for 82, decent flex numbers.
With a touchdown, throwing touchdown.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He threw that dime piece to it was Calvin, wasn't it? Yeah. Dime piece.
Taking points from Matt Ryan, like story of my life.
Yeah. I mean, that just sums up the week for you.
That right there.
Russell Gage throwing a touchdown instead of Matt Ryan. That's when you knew it was going off the rails.
When Matt Ryan's not getting over 10 points in fantasy, that's
Austin Eckler paying his very patient fantasy managers. 79 on the ground, 9 for 67 through the air. One of the premier receiving backs. Doing his thing. Dude, Tyron Johnson coming out of nowhere, going 6 for 55 and a tutty. Keenan Allen, 9 for 52 and a tutty.
Beast.
Things we're accustomed to from Keenan.
Most receptions in the first 100 games. Such a beast.
Good for the Chargers to get a win. I still think they have to get rid of Lynn. But they have their guy in Herbert. They have some talented pieces on the defensive side of the ball as well. So they're a team like the Panthers. I think in the next few years, I think they're going to make some noise.
For sure. I agree with that 100%. Hondo P.
Washington and the Niners. Washington grinds out a win. Where is this? In Arizona?
Washington. Yeah.
Because San Fran's playing in the Cardinal Stadium, yeah. Alex Smith took a calf injury in this one. Dwayne Haskins had to come in, but didn't really. Both of them didn't really win through the air. McKissick 11 carries, Peyton Barber 12 carries. Logan Thomas 6 catches for 43. McLaurin only 2 for 24. Another down week for him. But the past 2 weeks he's kind of had some. He had a tough matchup with Pitt and then a tough matchup here with San Fran. I think it's just defenses are really keen on him. Like they're looking to stop McLaurin, but then that's leaving guys like Logan Thomas and like guys like that open. So you shut down McLaurin, but you lose the game anyway. So
yeah, I mean, defensive performance of the week has to go to Chase Young.
Chase Young, yeah,
all over the damn field, does it all, like ridiculous. Just
he's a stud, man.
Off. But what's funny is when we were doing our live stream last week, the guy Matt, I think his name was, came in and asked the question, how do you feel about Ayuk?
Ayuk, yeah.
Dude has 10 receptions for 119 yards. I
10,
should have known right then and there. I was like, oh, Hammer is over receptions. Hammer is over yardage. Should have known.
One of the top
Guy's a
wide receivers
prophet
of the
coming in
year.
our stream.
Really came alive this season. I think he's a rookie, right?
He's a rook, I believe.
Beast, man. Beast. Jeff Wilson, touchdown on the ground. Raheem Mostert, 14 for 65 yards. I think Mostert got hurt again. So that's the story of San Fran season too. Just injuries. Kind of a lost season for him. And then I saw today they designated Kittle to be activated or something. I'm like, I mean, why would you even bother at this point? Like, just rest him for next year.
I don't know. Maybe he wants to play. He's a warrior. I respect it.
What do we know?
That's why we're sitting on the couch watching Red Zone on Sundays, man.
Doing a podcast. That's it. All about it. Steelers, Bills, the Buffalo Bills, man. They go to 10-3, 26-15. They knock down the Steelers. Steelers' second straight loss. A little trouble in paradise, maybe.
Too busy doing the TikToks.
Too busy dancing, Juju. He did have a decent day, though. 655 touchdown. But, Deontay Johnson, he's just struggling to catch the ball. I know they're leading the league as a team in drop passes. They have no run. They have no run game whatsoever.
Negative.
James Conner had a great first half fantasy-wise, and now they've just gone full on passing. I'm not really sure why, because it's obviously not working. But how about Stephon Diggs too, showing out on prime time, showing he's a top tier receiver.
That literally made put a smile on my face to watch that man just go out and ball out because he deserves it. He's a freaking worker,
Diggy Diggs.
I don't think he gets recognition, but I feel like he needs more recognition than he gets.
Yeah, dude. When we were on PlayStation, I said he's one of just watching him play. I think he's one of the cleanest route runners in the league.
Oh yeah, 100%.
The way he runs his routes is just you could tell he fine tunes his craft. He's really fine tuned his craft. Yeah, I mean, even in Minnesota, I mean, he was overshadowed by Thielen, but now that he's in Buffalo, he's the number one receiver. He's really, he's making an argument.
He's a reception leader too, I think. One of the top. He's got to be.
What, in yards?
No, just receptions.
Oh, yeah. I think he's definitely got over 100. I'm not sure what the exact number is, but.
Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, he's having a really good year.
On the nose, 100 receptions.
First in the league, third in the league with 1167 yardage. He's a stud. Worth every penny.
Big facts.
Big facts. I love Josh Allen, too. Good for them. They have a chance to clinch the division this weekend, which would be huge. I can't remember when exactly it was, but it's been a while since they've won that division. So it'd be a huge stepping stone for that organization.
Buffalo deserves it, man. With this team,
especially their fans too. I mean, they're such diehards up there. Not just the Bills.
Give them something,
The Sabres and
they love their sports. You got to respect the hell out of it.
But yeah, I mean that would be great to see.
They live for it.
At 10-3, pretty much a formality.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And then Monday night, game of the year maybe. Ravens-Browns slugfest.
The Dookie game.
The Dookie game.
Lamar
said he's trying. He's just cramping up.
You got the flu game from Michael Jordan. You got the poo game from Lamar Jackson.
Pierce have a poo game too.
Paul Pierce. That's why he was like, I didn't pull Paul Pierce.
Yeah.
Oh, that was great. I mean, great freaking betting game, too. Rip the over. Rip every over possible in the game.
Shout out to Donald for that same game parlay, man.
Shout out Donald. We haven't even spoken about it enough. Shout out Donald for hitting hot streak lately in the parlays. Doesn't happen often.
He hit Saturday with
He cooks up a mean friggin' stirring it. This is it, boys. Sends it in. Lock it in, boys. This is an easy winner. Just absolutely hits.
He hits Saturday with fights. He hits Sunday. He hits Monday.
Out here, you got to pay the bills. You know, you got to pay the bills.
Yeah. Becoming a pro, maybe. I've been hating on Lamar big time, but I mean, I'll give him respect here. He did his work where he does it best on the ground. 124 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. I know his managers are happy to see that. It's been a down year for him.
Absolute bomb up, fantasy wise.
I mean, he threw the game-winning touchdown to Marquise Brown, so it's a little footnote. J.K. Dobbins maintains his hold on the backfield. 13 carries, 53 yards, and a touchdown. Mark Andrews, good day. 578, just didn't find the end zone.
Great day.
And then Baker, man, just keeping up with the Ravens. Chubb, huge day, 2 touchdowns, 82 yards.
Chubb, huge day, just gets in the end zone a little too early. A little too early. What do you mean? If he doesn't get in the end zone there, they run out some clock, they win the game.
Oh, that was Hunt that got in late.
Oh, Hunt, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, Hunt had a great day, too. Touchdown on the ground and through the air. And he was really who they game planned on for that last drive. You know, it's just like 2 or 3 little dump-offs to Hunt, and then he did the rest. So great day for Kareem. I know he sank Sean in his other league, you know, just on that last drive.
He won a lot of matchups, I think. He won a lot of people matchups.
No doubt. Rashard Higgins, 668 touchdown. Jarvis Landry, 652. Peoples-Jones, 3 for 74. Really balanced attack.
Big 2-pointer conversion off of Chubb or Hunt's hands.
Who?
Peoples-Jones had a big.
I think it's Hunt. I think it bounced off Hunt, and then it fell right to Peoples-Jones. But yeah, I mean, Cleveland, this was a great game. It was always going to come down to who had the ball last, and it was Baltimore. You know, Justin Tucker, never a doubt. Most accurate kicker in NFL history.
What a way to close out the week, too. Like, oh.
And, you know, the Ravens putting the league on notice. You know, they're coming back. They're getting hot at the right time. They're
would
right
have been
on.
A big dub for the Browns, too. Double-digit win. It could have been a double-digit season for the Browns. I mean, obviously, they still have a shot at it, but...
This division, man, too. Pittsburgh 11-2, Cleveland 9-4, Baltimore 8-5. That AFC rate, that wildcard race is going to be sick.
We love it. We love it.
It's what the people want. It's what the people want to see. That's what you're going to get.
There you have it.
All right, that's week 14. Good stuff. We saw in the preview, too, a lot of good matchups, a lot of potential, and definitely lived up to the billing.
Yeah, I mean, it was an exciting week of football. So, fantasy-wise, just fan-wise, fun to watch. So, can't complain about this week.
No doubt. But yeah, week 14. Thank you to everyone who watched. We really do appreciate it. As always, keep an eye on our Twitter at RTD Fantasy. We do have a Discord now, so we'll throw that in the YouTube description. Yada yada, go join that. We discuss sports bets, fantasy, general, pretty much anything.
Sports bets have been hot in there lately. You want to get in?
You want to get on the action?
Some money.
Come on, let's win money together.
That's the plan. But we'll be back Thursday for a live stream. Second live stream.
Probably Friday.
Thursday, Friday.
Friday.
Friday was good.
TBD, we'll keep you posted. We'll post it on the Twitter. But yep, thanks again for watching, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
Peace.
Peace.